Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your eclipse reading for the September 17th eclipse in Pisces. You start with this Genesis card and this completeness card. I feel a lot of you are feeling complete. Again, this eclipse is happening in a water sign. There's going to be 3 Pisces eclipses between now and August 28th of 2026, which is when we are going to have the last Pisces eclipse in this set of Pisces eclipses that we are going to have. The next one will actually be September 7th of 2025 or whatever next year is. I don't even know what day it is, so who knows? But, I think this could, it is happening in a water sign, and Pisces trines you, so, this could make you feel more complete, or you could be focusing on the things that would make your life complete, and, I think that would be a great idea for you at this time. So definitely something to think about. We got a lot of love here for you, Cancer. So if you're looking for love, this is definitely a very good eclipse for you for attracting a connection or attracting love into your life. Look, you have the Four of Wands as well. So this looks really good. But, again, it looks very good. You start with the King of Cups. You have the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, this could definitely be love. You could be attracting a water sign into your life, and again, I think this would be, this looks like a very good connection. You go 6 of Cups to the Lovers from the King of Cups right here. The only thing I don't like is this right here, the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a slow start or is like not getting started. He's being too cautious. So if you become interested in a person, or if you're already interested in a person, I would make sure to do something, flirt with this person, throw spitballs at them, run them over with your car, something, do something to, get this person's attention is kind of what I feel here. I do get, it is kind of funny, I do get, a little bit of a stubborn energy on this person, but, I don't know, it's not, a bad thing. I feel like they're stubborn, sometimes I think stubborn energy can make a person very successful. For example, it's if this is the type of person who doesn't give up, they could be stubborn on one hand, because they don't give up on things, but again, that could be a good thing. It's imagine finding a person who doesn't give up on the connection. There's a novel idea for you, right, Cancer? So like I said, I do get a little bit of a stubborn streak, or I feel like this person could be a little bit set in their ways, but at the same time, it's what could make the whole thing work at the same time. With the King of Cups, I would definitely keep an eye on your emotions. It's all about how you use your emotions with the King of Cups. It's not a bad card by any means, but he is sitting in these choppy waters, and he is perfectly fine because he has explored his emotions. He has explored how he feels about what he does. So again, I think that exploring your emotions could be a good idea. You have the Knight of Pentacles. I actually feel pretty good about this. Knight of Pentacles is a card of progress and making progress towards whatever you're working towards. So I do feel like you are making progress. Sometimes I feel he can be a little bit too cautious, and you could be a little bit too cautious about making, doing things and, taking risks and all this other stuff. It's back in my 20s, when I was 21, I had a big business failure, and I always say that I did nothing for 4.5 years, literally, and that's not actually entirely true. I tried a bunch of stuff, but, for the most part, I did nothing, and during that time, it's everything I made a big deal out of, it's none of it mattered, and looking back on it, there are some risks that I wish I took that were, bigger risks, but I was only, 22 years old, 23 years old, 24 years old during that time. It's none of those risks would have been life altering for me at that age, right? And it's I wish I did so many of those things. And I kind of feel like that's what the Knight of Pentacles is saying. It's saying there are some things that you're wishing for, things that you want to do. And it's right now it might look like a risk, but it's 10 years from now, you're probably going to look back and you're going to be well, that was nothing. So, I think you need to release the fear of, kind of getting moving on something here. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a big opportunity that could be coming in for you. Ace of Pentacles is something that has a lot of potential, but the Ace of Pentacles, we have to nurture this into existence. Ace of Pentacles would also be a lot of wealth as well. So I do feel a lot of you, this could be very good for your finances. I do have a feeling that this eclipse is actually going to be good for water sign money just in general. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but definitely could be very good for you as far as your finances are concerned. So that didn't work. Let's try that again. You have the King of Cups, you have the Hierophant, marriage. There you go. So again, definitely, and how funny is that I said a stubborn person? This would be Taurus, right? And I'm not, it could be a person who has like Taurus in their chart. Could be a Taurus, could be a water. You have a lot of water here, so I kind of feel like it could be a water sign. It could be any sign, doesn't matter. But again, it's kind of funny that I said stubborn, and you have the Hierophant, which is, he's very set in his ways. He has a certain belief system or belief structure, and that's what he sticks to, right? But he's also able to bring blessings into people's lives. So for a lot of you, I feel this could be a person that you will marry. You have the Four Wands at the end as well, if you want love during this time. But this could also be blessings. This could also say that your emotions are a blessing with the King of Cups. And so it says if you take the time to look at your emotions during this time, like the 17th until October, whatever it is, the next eclipse, which I think is October 7th or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Whenever the next eclipse is, like from now until then, right? And I'm going to do videos for that eclipse as well, which is in Libra. October 2nd is actually when it is. So the Libra eclipse on October 2nd, until that time, it's like, I think a lot of you could be experiencing blessings, or your emotions, if you look at them and see like what your emotion is trying to teach you, that's where the blessing will come from. With the Knight, whatever you're thinking about here, Cancer, is going to be a blessing, right? And whatever you're hesitating on, whatever you're not making a move on, is definitely going to be your happiness. So we have the Sun here. The Sun is the best card in the tarot. It is the card of joy, love, joy, happiness, good celebration, good things coming in for you. So I think that a lot of you need to start planting those seeds with the Knight of Pentacles and get moving, because it will make you very happy. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the World. Yeah, it's like your place in the world is changing. It's kind of like Pisces' place in the world is definitely changing. They have this eclipse happening in their first house. But also for you, because you're a water sign and you're trined by Pisces, you also could be experiencing your place in the world changing in some way. And I need more details about this, but one thing I will tell you is that we go to the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Cups is like childlike energy, and Cancer is childlike energy. Cancer is children. Cancers love children, things like that. And so again, this could be you becoming more playful in the world. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Passion card and this Synchronicity card. I feel like you're going to start noticing a lot of synchronicities when you think about the things that you desire. And those synchronicities are trying to guide you towards what you want. I also feel that you could be moving closer towards a passion. So if you want more passion in your life, or if you've been working on a passion project, for example, then that's what you could be focusing on right now. You have the Two of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. The Two of Wands is about taking the lead on something. He's reaching out, grabbing that wand in front of him, and he has the whole world in his hands. So, I always say with this card, he's looking out here at the world. He's not looking right here at the world that is in his hands, and you have the World card showing up in your reading. And the World card is Capricorn, by the way, which is your opposite sign. So, I think for a lot of you, you have the ability to step out into the world on a deeper level, or you have the opportunity to get a lot more attention or have more success, if you get out into the world, and that's what the Two of Wands wants you to do. I would be thinking like this. Like, I kind of feel the Six of Cups should be your mindset at this time. The Six of Cups is more playfulness, more childlike energy, inviting more play, more joy into your life. It's about like doing the things that you've wanted to do since you were a child as well. And so for a lot of you, I think it would be an amazing time for you to kind of like try to manifest some sort of childhood dream, no matter how silly it is. Like, if I don't care if you're like 40 and you've always wanted to like go to Disneyland, go and do it. That's what this card says. It says go do those things that you thought you would do, that maybe could be a little bit of a stretch. Like maybe you'd have to make some extra money, but maybe you could pick up some extra hours to go live that dream. It's like once you live a dream, you've proven to yourself that it's possible. Once that happens, then what else is possible? And you start doing more things that you thought were impossible. So I kind of feel there's a little bit of this energy of needing to prove things to yourself, but I think it's best to start small. Prove something small to yourself and then keep going from there. And, for whatever reason, I feel like that's what this is saying. And the Six of Cups says, make a game out of it. Make it fun, make it enjoyable and see what happens. You have the Seven of Pentacles, definitely a big change coming in for you. The Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? he's looking at those 7 Pentacles and he's saying, was it worth it for me to do everything that I've done so far? Or, are there better ways for me to do things? Are there different ways for me to do things in my life? And, he's looking at what he's grown, or, he's looking at his life so far, and he is thinking to himself, what else can I do? I think that is a very important question for you during this eclipse. What else can I do? Look at everything you've done so far. Then what else is possible? And I feel like, really, there are no limits. We go up to the 8 of Wands through the Empress to the 8 of Wands. So it's kind of like saying to me that you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. The 8 of Wands literally says you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. So, I think that there's a lot that you could accomplish at this time. With the 2 you can't make this up. You have this right here. It's like you and another person right here. The 2 of Wands says that maybe this is going to be a little bit of a stretch. There could be some sort of obstacle for you to get to this person. It could be like distance, or it could be whatever. Maybe you have to leave a comfort zone to be with this person. But again, it looks good to me. I wouldn't even worry about that 3 of Swords. We're going to look at that 3 of Swords in a minute. But the reason I wouldn't worry about it is because we go through the 6 of Cups here. So this could be you needing to heal from something from the past so that you can, have this in your life. With the 6 of Cups, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Sure, we'll go here. The 9 of Pentacles is about independence. I do feel like you could be attracting a very independent person. So again, if maybe you could work on your independence as well. And, I think 2 independent people can do very well together, because it's kind of like, it's like you don't need them, they don't need you, but you want each other type of energy going on here. And so I think working on independence would be good. The other good thing about this reading is you go from the 9 of Pentacles to the Empress. 9 of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. So, a lot of you are kind of like embracing that Empress energy. Yeah, with the 7 of Pentacles, you have the 2 of Wands. You're going to have to take the lead on something at this time. I really feel that. So it could be anything. It's probably just whatever this change is right here is the thing that you're taking the lead on. And, if you're thinking about making a change or doing something new, that's what I would do there. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Flow of Abundance card, love it. And you also have this Joy and Pleasure card, love it. 6 of Cups for sure. So there could be a lot of abundance and joy coming in for you at this time. I would get into the flow of abundance, and I wouldn't get out of the flow of abundance, is also what I'm getting here, is that, sometimes people start to become successful and they stop doing the things that made them successful in the first place. That card, the Flow of Abundance card, says Nile River on it, and so you have to keep the momentum going. But you have the 3 of Swords, the Empress, and the Lovers. Again, I'm not even really worried about this 3 of Swords. Maybe you've been healing, or you have healed from a past connection. The 3 of Swords says maybe there's like one little last thing for you to do, which would be forgiveness. So if you're coming off of something, or if someone hurt you badly in the past, the 3 of Swords would represent needing to forgive yourself to, kind of make this situation, to heal the situation, or to make it something, better or different. So I think forgiveness would be a good idea. You don't even have to forgive the person or the situation directly. You can forgive them by, writing a letter and burning it. You can forgive them in your own heart. The 3 of Swords is your own heart. You just have to forgive in your own heart, and that's it. I do feel like some of you could be fearing a heartbreak. Again, we have all this like slow energy with the Knight of Pentacles. We have the slow energy with the 2 of Wands. Like he needs to get going, and so some of you could be fearing a heartbreak, but I would let that fear go. You have the Empress, and the Empress, of course, could be your energy. Could say that you're very attractive at this time. You're getting a lot of attention. This is amazing for a flow of abundance coming in for you as well. I kind of really like that, Pluto at 29 degrees Capricorn for you, Cancer. I kind of like it for all the water signs. Again, I think this eclipse is going to highlight that 29 degrees Pluto in Capricorn, and it could even help with your abundance. It could even help with your success, even though it's kind of like a little bit of a heavy energy. I think that if you use it the right way, if you process your emotions, if you're willing to take the lead and make a change in your life, if you kind of like double down on the good stuff in your life, then you'll definitely create a much better like flow of abundance. You have the Lovers here. Yeah, definitely love for sure. Going this way right here. So I feel like you could be attracting like a very playful, childlike connection, something that is very fun, that is more like lighthearted, and let's see where this is going. With the Three of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles again. Is the juice worth the squeeze? I feel for a lot of you, the Seven of Pentacles is saying that you're what Let me start over here, Cancer. I feel like what this card is saying is that you could be looking at past connections and thinking that a new connection won't be worth it, right? And I feel like this is saying, like, the past is the past. You're about to grow something new, and so focus on growing something new in your life, and that's where the success will come from. And that's what I would focus on. Same thing if you're nervous about like starting a new business or a new career. I think that this is saying what's in the past is the past. That's old world energy. You're stepping into the new world after the eclipse. So that's what you should be focusing on, is the fact that something is going to be different than what you've experienced so far. With the Empress, you have the Death card. This would be some sort of transformation or a change coming into your life. And so I feel for a lot of you, clearly with the Seven of Pentacles twice and also the Two of Wands twice, there are definitely some big changes that you're undergoing. And something is leaving, your life. The King is dead underneath the Death Rider on the Death card. And it kind of says that something that has been established in your life for a long time is undergoing a transformation. I think your whole life is about to change in a big way. And things will never be the same again. But this is obviously a good thing. With the Lovers, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Very resourceful person. I said Capricorn. It wouldn't surprise me if you're attracting like a Capricorn, or, again, you have a lot of water here as well, so it could be like water with Capricorn or something like that. It could be any earth sign because you have Taurus here as well. It could be like Scorpio because you have Scorpio twice showing up here. Whatever, doesn't matter. Just find a good person is what I say. But, again, I think it could be a very abundant person as well. And again, there's Queen of Pentacles about focusing on resourcefulness, so you could be very focused on your resources. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Turtle Spirit says slow and steady wins the race. You have this Cat Spirit says claim your independence. The whole entire time we've been talking about your independence, right? I think that it would be better for you to like figure out the things that you need to make yourself happy. Again, I think people only fear relationships. I'm not saying you do, but I'm just saying they only fear relationships because they haven't gotten comfortable with themselves, right? And so I think for a lot of you, this is about developing those, those personal skills where you can provide yourself with success. You can provide yourself with happiness and joy, and you don't need that from someone else. And you can love yourself. You don't need love from another person, right? And so I think these are all good skills that you could work on during this time. And there are 600 billion videos about all of those things on YouTube. Find some people that you like and learn from them, right? For free. Can't beat that. And what I would say here is, again, learn some of those skills. And then, if a person, leaves you, you're not going to be like crying and leaving comments on tarot videos about how you're never going to date a Leo again, right? Don't be one of those people. It never looks good, right? It's a little bit cringy for me, actually. So, I have some of the same people leaving the same Leo comment for like the past 10 years. And I'm like, the problem is you. Has nothing to do with Leo, right? So again, I feel like this is saying develop those skills. That's the good stuff. You have the Eight of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Eight of Wands is quick success. I do feel that for some of you, there's clearly a quick success coming in for you. You have the Seven of Pentacles with the Two Wands to the Empress. So I feel that, there could be some sort of quick success coming in for you. Something's going to happen quicker than you think as well, which looks good. Could be marriage, for God's sakes, right? So the Four of Wands is marriage. The Four of Wands is also freedom. So if you are desiring more freedom in your life, or if you're hoping to be set free in some area of your life, then you could be gaining freedom from the things that you've been dealing with. And, that would be a good thing as well with the Four of Wands. So definitely something I would pay attention to. You have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is about seeing things clearly for the first time. So a lot of you could be gaining a lot of clarity from the eclipse. Already, Pisces, I think, had this card twice, and I haven't done Scorpio yet, but I kind of have a feeling that this is going to be one of those cards that ends up being like a collective card during this set of readings. And so this eclipse in particular could be bringing a lot of clarity to people's dreams or to the things that they're working on. We have Saturn and Neptune also in Pisces, and so I think the eclipse is kind of bringing a little bit of, maybe like a realistic energy to our dreams. And so whatever you're dreaming about having in your life, the clarity could be that you discover a realistic way to make your dreams happen. And I would pay attention to that. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands. I'm telling you right now, I kind of feel that some of you are going to get like a little bit swept up in something. And, I don't think this is a bad thing. I think this is a good thing. Some of you could be thinking, you could be thinking like, is this real? Or is this like fantasy? If you like meet a person, some of you might get a little bit nervous because, I kind of feel like some of you could be discovering a person where you're just like, this is too good. Like you get a little bit nervous because it seems a little bit fake, right? But I think you need to look at the evidence. I always tell people, it's like, there's no reason to fear relationships or get worried about it if you look at the evidence. How does that person's life look? If it looks as they say it does, then the evidence backs it up. If they are saying one thing and their life is a total disaster, then pay attention to that as well. But I kind of get this energy of you being kind of like swept up by something here. We have a lot of water, and that's probably why. With the Four of Wands, you have the Three of Cups. I would encourage celebration at this time as well. We have all this childlike energy. If you get invited to like a wedding or something like that, I would go with the Four of Wands, especially over the next, 3 years, really. I would take advantage of any celebrations that you can, because the Three of Cups is a celebration. Four of Wands is a celebration, and you never know what you could discover there. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Two of Pentacles. I already know what this is. You have two choices, right? I think that a lot of you right here, it's kind of like, it's coming up in the good stuff, but I do feel like you have a choice, the way that your life turns out. And it's like, one choice is an old choice. I think that it's what you think makes sense, right? And I think the other choice is the choice that your heart is guiding you towards. I think this is affecting you on a very deep level because of Pluto and Capricorn. You're opposite sign, right? And so what I think, and again, I say I think because this is not accurate astrology, but just kind of like intuitively, I feel that for you, it's kind of like maybe you were raised to believe certain things, and now your heart is pulling you in a different direction. It's like the two ideas are butting heads. It's like maybe you thought, oh, I'm going to grow up and have a career, and that's all I'm going to do. But like, it's like maybe there's this other thing over here that's like I want to have a family, and it's like maybe the two things are kind of clashing. And so I think that there is a little bit of a clash. I think the trick for you is King of Cups. The trick for you is to go into your emotions and say, emotionally, how do I feel about each one of these choices, and what am I being led to? You have this versatility card. We're in a time of flexibility for the rest of our lives, so I would just say stay flexible. You have this eccentricity card. Yeah, don't be afraid to be eccentric. Again, don't be afraid to break free from the matrix, right? It's like, I think everybody, again, there are all these like societal expectations right now. Pluto going over the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius is the breakdown of societal expectations. So it's like, why do you even want to have a career? It's like, why don't you want to live your dream or, do something different? And again, I think there are plenty of people who do truly want to have a career. So I can't answer that question for you. I'm not saying careers are bad. I'm just saying like, some people really have a career and they hate it. Some people have a career and they love it. But it's like, don't be afraid to be your own person. Don't be afraid to be eccentric or to go against the grain or do things differently, right? You have this originality card. Yeah, it's like, don't be afraid to be an original. Don't be afraid to be the only one who is doing something. And I think that's more important than ever. Right now, it's like the world needs heroes, right now. That's what I think. And so a hero is someone who does something hard. And, don't be afraid to do those original things that you want to do. Next, you have this inspiration card. We are definitely in a time of inspiration. Anything that inspires you, I would move towards it. Next, you have the adaptability card. Yeah, adaptability, versatility. Again, I think the more adaptable with that Two of Wands. If you're setting out to do something and you are being Two of Wands and you're saying things have to work this way and that's it, then it's not going to work. But if you set out to go on the adventure and to look at the world and to realize that there are endless opportunities to make something work, then you will be successful. And damn, Cancer, really good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.